Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Dr. Gina McAllister. I'm the Dean of the School of Education here at Chipola College, and it is my distinct pleasure today to welcome you to our Spring 2025 pinning ceremony for the School of Education. Today marks a very significant milestone for you guys. It is both a celebration of achievement and the beginning of a new chapter for all of our graduates and for you too as family and friends. So as we begin this ceremony today, I think it's very important that we take a moment to express our heartfelt thanks to all of the people that have supported the graduates along this journey. First, let's begin with all of the family and friends that are both here supporting them today, but those also watching us from a distance. These are the people that have offered their encouragement, their love, and their unwavering support for our graduates. So let's begin by offering a round of applause to this amazing group of people who have supported our graduates. We also want to recognize the dedicated faculty and staff of Chipola College. Their guidance, their mentorship, and their commitment to excellence have been instrumental in preparing our graduates for these careers that they're about to begin. So let's thank them also. Another very important component is our district partners. Our program success is deeply rooted in these strong relationships that we have built with our local school districts. They have opened their doors and their classrooms to our graduates and provided them with the real-world experiences that have made their whole experience more valuable. So to all the teachers and the administrators who have welcomed and guided our future educators, thank you. Let's show them some support as well. But most importantly, our deepest gratitude goes to our graduates. First, we want to thank you for choosing Chipola College. We know you have many options, and choosing us, I hope, was a positive decision for you because we've truly enjoyed having you. And also, more importantly, we want to thank you for becoming an educator because we need you desperately in the field, and we're very proud of each and every one of you. Earning a bachelor's degree is a testament to your resilience, your determination, and your dedication. I could tell many private stories about all the things that I know and have heard, but I'll save that for another time. But these qualities that you've cultivated, the adaptability and the perseverance and the inner strength that you have developed, is going to serve you well as you step into this new future in the lives of so many generations to come. This is the beginning of an exciting journey. The impact you will have as educators is immeasurable, and the awards, both personal and professional, are boundless. It has been a privilege. You're gonna make me cry. It's been a privilege to be a part of this journey with all of you. And I'm truly honored that you chose us and that you are going to be so inspirational to others that are going to follow you. And we really hope that we've been a first stepping stone to helping you reach your goals. So thank you. So now we want to take a few minutes to draw your attention to the screen. We have a presentation of our graduates, and each one of the graduates has presented a quote that they want to express how they feel about education and this journey that they are on. So if you'll direct your attention to the screen, we'll enjoy a little bit of something about them.
Good afternoon. I'm Dr. Jawan Clark, faculty member in the School of Education. Each year, we select graduates to share a special graduation message with their peers. It is my pleasure to introduce one of your fellow graduates, Anna Jo Hall, Elementary Education.
Good afternoon, everybody. So like Dr. Clark said, I'm Anna Jo Hall, and I have made it through the elementary education program here along with several other of my classmates. And I just want to start by saying, we made it. When we started at the beginning of this year, I know we got the information dump on the first day of school, and that was a feeling that was new to me. I had never had an information dump like that before, and it was a lot. But it was a lot that we all made through together. So while we all took different paths to get here, we all reached a common goal. For some of us, this may be the last step in our academic career. Some may go on to achieve higher education, but today, we can relish in this moment together. We have made it together. This group has pushed through and made it to the end. Education's not an easy career. And this program has been no different. Through the obstacles, the late nights into the early mornings, the collaborative sessions, they have all molded us into the amazing educators that we really are. We have leaned on each other more than I ever thought I would lean on a group to make it through this program. From figuring out and going to all the different offices to buy more print credits so we could all print our math portfolio, to sharing some valuable resources. We have worked together as a team to get here. I can truly say that I would not have made it through this program without you guys. We have pushed each other, we have cried with each other, we've also stressed with each other. I remember our very first RED course. We all came in there not really knowing what was going on, and then we figured out that we had to present FCR activities. And we thought it was the end of the world. We didn't know these people, and then we had to stand up there in front of them and talk about and make all these activities. But we have grown so much as educators, and it's so beneficial to look at where we started. We were all nervous, sitting in our first classes with people we didn't know, but through the unknown, friendships bloomed. We are all here for a reason. We're all in this program together for a reason. While every reason may be different, it is not a coincidence that we went through this program together. It's a blessing. This is a special group. We're going to make an impact on our students, whether they're 5 years old or 19 years old. I want to talk a little bit about the conference room in the education building. It was usually bustling with people chit-chatting or people eating lunch, but it was really where we built a sense of community within our cohort and within our classmates. We not only talked about assignments coming up, but we just talked about life. We were able to really connect with each other on a deeper level rather than just schoolwork. And that's an experience I wouldn't trade for the world. However, the days leading up to a big task, this room had no talking. This room was filled with future educators working to earn a demonstrated task. But all the hard work got us to where we are today. And that's what makes us stand out as educators. We're willing to put in the work to push ourselves, as well as pushing our students. As a teacher, you never stop learning and growing. And that's the same thing we want for our students. I have many memories from my time in this program, from deciphering the task requirement and learning how to demonstrate it, to lunches in both the cafeteria and the conference room, to our time in the computer lab during case study, where we may have chosen days to talk more than type. But one of my favorite memories in this program was being able to have my mom as a teacher for the very last time. She ran an amazing class and passed down valuable information and resources to me and my classmates. I had my mom as a teacher in 6th and 8th grade, and to be able to have her one last time was very special to me. So I'm going to move on to talk a little bit about my quote. If you don't like the path you're on, start paving a new one. And of course, it's by our queen, Dolly Parton. My journey to my decision to be an educator was not an easy journey. I was not one that wanted to be a teacher my whole life. I was actually one that was adamant on not being a teacher my whole life. I struggled with a negative stigma that society gives education. A lot of the times when we say, I'm going to be a teacher, they're saying, oh, we'll pray for you, which the prayers are always appreciated, but that's never a positive thing to say to someone when they're going into a career. But ultimately, 2 months before I graduated high school, I decided through intense prayer and obedience to God that education was my calling. God put me on this earth to be an educator, and that's something that I truly believe. This obedience to God's plan instead of my own opened many doors for me in the educational field. I was able to make lifelong friends, teach in my own classroom, and build the best relationships with my classmates and work colleagues. I say all of this to say that education is truly a calling, and each and every one of us have answered that calling. We answered the call, and now it is our turn to fulfill our mission. Our new journey begins now. I love all of you, and thank you for molding me into the educator that I am today.
It is also my pleasure to introduce another one of your fellow graduates, Kylie Harvey, Elementary Education, to come and share a few words.
Good afternoon. Standing here today, I can't help but reflect on the journey through this program together. Looking out at my classmates, I see a row of talented and inspirational individuals who cannot wait to make their mark on the world of education and in the lives of each student who walks through the door of their classroom. If I cry, don't judge me, please. Throughout the past 2 years, I've had the honor to learn with and get to know each of these graduates, along with many others. I've heard their teaching stories and their why for being here, consoled them with advice, whether personally or for the endless tasks that are forever ingrained into our memory. And most importantly, in my opinion, I learned who they are. Each of them hold a very special place, not only in this season of my life, but in the profession of education. These are not in order of how we're sitting. Allison, I often think about the first class we took together. You, Hannah, Aurora, and I sat at a table together, and our friendship instantly grew. I am so thankful this program introduced us to one another. Your playful energy and laugh are a consistent pick-me-up when times are low, and I know you will utilize those aspects about yourself in your classroom to make your students feel understood and valued. Jessie, your positive outlook on life and all that it throws at you and those around you has always been inspiring to me. You step forward into every situation with pure intentions. I believe these traits will suit you well in your current classroom and anyone you step into in the future. You are also an avid reader, so I know you will always find a way to instill the love of reading into your students. Caitlin, each time I had the opportunity to speak to you, I learned something new. I can tell that you have a heart of gold and enjoy building connections with your students. You embody the love for what you teach and who you teach even more. I cannot wait to see where this path takes you. Vicky, if there was anyone in the world you could go to for honest and straightforward advice, it would be you. You have been the source of a lot of smiles and laughs throughout the craziness we've experienced, and for that I am grateful. I know you will do well in both elementary and music education. Madison, I have enjoyed spending the past year with you on the same campus for our internship. You always know the right thing to say, and you are always there for those who need it. I know you will foster a welcoming classroom environment for your students that will be remembered for a lifetime. Whichever direction you choose to go, I know you will be successful, and one text away if I need advice. Chris, I admire the way you go out of your comfort zone in order to try new things for your students. Not only does this help them, but you grow as a result of those adventures too. You are very easy to talk to as a friend and an educator, which I know will serve you well as you adventure into the world of all things science related. Aurora. Little did I know the passionate cheerleader I observed from across the bleachers in high school would end up becoming one of my closest friends. This is going to be the one. When I look at you, I think of perseverance. No matter what life or this program has thrown at you, you have handled it with such grace and have always come out on top. You are dedicated and driven to succeed in all that you do, which leaves no doubt in my mind that you will become the teacher you always wanted to be. Hannah Jo, throughout this journey, you have shown me what it looks like to slow down and enjoy the season you are in. Oh, I can't even see my paper anymore. Whew. Despite the endless assignments we were given or anything else occupying your time, you always had something positive to say. You are kind-hearted and strong-willed, which continue to shine through into the amazing educator that you are. Emily, I remember our first reading class together and seeing how nervous you used to be to present your activities in front of the class, which we all were, so it was a justified feeling. As time has passed, I feel I have watched you bloom into the amazing woman and teacher I could tell you would be from day one. It has been bittersweet to watch you come out of your shell to show us all of your wonderful traits you have to offer. I know your students will appreciate your love for reading, humor, and whatever experiences you bring to the table. Morgan, getting to know you the past 2 years has been an honor. When I think of you, I think of vulnerability. You have shared your talents and aspirations for life and teaching, which always opened my mind to new ways of understanding. You have inspired me to look at situations from all angles and perspectives, essentially strengthening a growth mindset. I know this will be a huge strength in your future endeavors as an educator. Taylor, I admire your way of thinking. You always analyze things in a technical way with statistics and data to back it up, which is an impressive trait to have. Many points you have made over the past 2 years have been very eye-opening for me, so I can only imagine what you will do for your students, no matter what grade level. And if no one else, I know you will be the teacher that will always have an answer for the universal question, when am I ever going to use this in real life? Molly, you are without a doubt the kindest person I have ever met. You speak so gently, have an indescribable amount of patience, and a passion for helping and loving others. You are easy to talk to, and I know if I ever need help figuring out a fun activity or song for my students, I can always come to you. I know your students will love you and cherish the memories they make in your classroom, both academically and individually. To say the journey through the bachelor's program was hard or stressful would be an extreme understatement. Nobody will truly understand the pressure and experiences we face until they walk in the same shoes. However, this program has prepared all of us for what we've all been patiently waiting for: to teach. With securing a teaching position comes the thing most of us haven't experienced yet: teaching completely on our own. Although we will have support from our mentor teacher, grade groups, and administration, the challenges of being a first-year teacher will affect all of us somehow. Creating lesson plans 1 unit at a time, analyzing data, pre- and post-assessments, differentiation, classroom management, the fear of underperforming, and so much more. It is at that moment that we should always have perspective at the forefront of our minds. In the show Abbott Elementary, Barbara Howard says, "I have been called a bad teacher more times than I can ever remember. People have thrown dirt on my name, others have given flowers. It's all a garden to me. I do not always have the answer. In fact, there are some issues and problems that are just too difficult for anyone, even me, to solve in one school year. But if you come back here tomorrow, ready to do your job, having not given up on yourself or that student, that is not failure. That is what that success looks like." The truth is, teaching will always have its challenges. Some days will be harder than others, and you won't always see the progress you were hoping for the first time. Your biggest critic will always be yourself. However, teaching is the one profession where you never stop learning, even as the teacher. Reflect on those rough moments and data points. Ask other teachers and administrators for help. Do whatever you need to do to help keep the fire of learning burning in your classroom for both you and your students. Give yourself grace and know that as much as you are teaching them, they can teach you something too. At the end of the day, we are all here for the same reason: to positively impact the lives of those around us, one student at a time. As long as we remember our why and continue showing up, we can make a difference one milestone at a time. Whether we make large strides or baby steps, I believe we will all be just fine. We were made for a time such as this, and our time starts now.
Good afternoon. I am Dr. Casey Dogle, School of Education faculty member. We are privileged to have Mr. Hunter Nolan, Superintendent of Jackson County Schools, as our guest speaker today. Mr. Nolan is a graduate of Marianna High School, Chipola College, Troy State University, and the University of West Florida. He comes from a long line of educators. His grandparents on both sides, his parents, his sister, and even his wife have all dedicated their lives to teaching. Mr. Nolan has worn many hats in his 21 years as an educator. He has worked as a paraprofessional, teacher, bus driver, coach, athletic director, principal, director, and now superintendent. To say he is passionate about service to our children and the community is definitely an understatement. Let's give him a warm round of applause as he comes to share his words of wisdom with our graduates.
Thank you. Hearing them speak kind of fired me up a little bit. I'm not going to lie right there. So those speeches really touched my soul there. Good afternoon, everyone. Graduates, faculty, family, friends, and honored guests. My name is Hunter Nolan, and I'm the superintendent of the Jackson County Schools, and I'm also a graduate of Chipola Junior College. I might show my age just a little bit, but I'm proud to have completed my AA degree here at Chipola, along with my wife, who may or may not have helped me get through some of the classes back in the day. It's such an honor to speak with the future of our community as it relates to education. Today, we celebrate a milestone, a moment that represents not just years of coursework and exams, but countless hours of student teaching, lesson planning, late-night grading simulations, and most importantly, the decision to become an educator. To our graduates, you choose a path that doesn't just build a career, it builds futures. And today, you step into a profession that is both a calling and a commitment. You have studied theory, practiced it in real classrooms, you've balanced patience with perseverance, and now you're ready to walk into that classroom that needs your light. Ready to inspire students who may have never been told that they matter. Ready to teach not just equations or grammar rules, but empathy, resilience, and the power of possibility. Being an educator is not easy. It's not supposed to be. You'll face days where the lesson doesn't land. You'll speak and they won't understand. But you'll also have days, and they will come, when a student understands something for the very first time. When you see the confidence bloom and you realize you've made a difference, when that light bulb comes on. These moments, they'll keep you going. Believe me, I know. I've been in education for about 22 years, and I've had many highs and lows. But there's something about walking into Walmart with my family and seeing a student that I had many years ago come up to me and say, "Mr. Nolan, Coach Nolan, how you been?" We exchange a handshake or a hug, and they ask me, "You remember that time in class when we did this or we did that?" And I shake my head like, "Yeah, absolutely." Then they go on to tell me that they wouldn't be where they are in life if I hadn't taken time with them in a math class or a PE field or on a bus and just listened to them at a point in their life when they needed a teacher. To me, that's what education is all about. As superintendent of Jackson County Schools, we have close to 6,000 students, 1,100 employees. Yes, I want the most qualified, highly educated people in the room instructing our students to get the best education in the state of Florida. But more than that, I want people in that room that care about our students. Now, even though my title might have changed a little bit, I still consider myself to be a teacher at heart. Always have and I always will. So now, I'd like to leave everyone with some valuable lessons I've learned over my many years in education. You might need to pay attention or write this down. There might be a quiz later. Number one, classroom management is more important than subject knowledge. See some of you nodding your head right there, so apparently the teachers have done a great job here. If you can't get them to be still or pay attention, knowing the subject matter is irrelevant. Number two, as soon as your students know that you care, number one will take care of itself. Nothing is more important than having a caring heart for any student that walks into your classroom. Number three, a word that you will need to master as a future teacher: flexibility. You can have the greatest lesson plans, you can have the week planned out, you can even have the month lined up. Then an old fire drill happens, band will call a meeting during third period, or who knows, you may have a snow for a week in Florida. But I promise you, if it'll come up, it will as a teacher, and you need to be flexible. Number four, stay out of the teacher's lounge. Sometimes that can be gossip central, and that may not be a good thing, so be careful. And make friends with the custodial maintenance team at your school. While most people think the principal runs a school, you'd be surprised at how much the head maintenance guy knows about your school. Number five, my first year teaching, I had a teacher come up to me on the first day of pre-planning and tell me, "Don't smile till after Christmas." At the time, I was like, I didn't really know what she meant, but I do now. It means that it's best to start off with a firm classroom rules because it's always easier to lighten up as the year goes on. Number six, I think someone spoke about it earlier. Don't be afraid to ask questions, especially to the teacher down the hall that's been teaching for 20, 30 years. I have no doubt that I would not be speaking here to you today without some great people in my life, like some veteran teachers like Mary Henson, Virginia Young, or my mentor teacher many years ago, Ms. Sheila Spates Hall. As a matter of fact, I see some people in this room right now that have definitely helped me along my way. Number seven, move around the classroom. I was never the teacher that sat behind my desk and delivered instruction. I like to be out and about with the students, and it worked out for me. Believe it or not, students think teachers are these mystical creatures that are unapproachable. We still eat at Zaxby's. We still watch movies on the weekend. Let them see the real you. They'll respect you for that. Number eight, always remember your motivation or your why. I think someone said about the why. Never forget your why. The shape of education is changing every day with technology, more demands on the teacher, and the ever-changing world of AI. Heck, half this speech was generated by AI. So can you imagine what the next 10 or 20 years will look like? I don't know, but I do know one thing. Teaching is still teaching. I can't ever see a future where there's not a human being up in front of the room delivering, teaching lifelong skills. Remember, you're not just teaching subjects. You're shaping minds, influencing hearts, and quite literally changing the trajectory of young lives. That's no small thing. So take pride in this day, graduates. You have earned it. Let the ceremony be a celebration of what you've achieved and a launching point for what you're about to do. The world needs educators like you, full of knowledge, yes, but also courage, compassion, and hope. Go forward and teach bravely, lead wisely, and never forget the incredible impact that you will make. Congratulations, class of 2025. The future is waiting for you, and so are your students. Like many educators have done for me in the past, if I can ever help you in the future, please just let me know. God bless, good luck, and welcome to the greatest profession on this earth. Thank you. Sorry, one more thing. Remember I told you were going to take a quiz? What was number 2? If you take care of caring. Good job. Thank you. Congratulations again. Thank y'all very much.
No surprises there, Kylie. Thank you, Mr. Nolan, for your encouraging words. Good afternoon. I'm Dr. Mackenzie Johnson. I'm a faculty member here at the School of Education at Chipola College. So while we're here for this pinning ceremony, is adopted from the field of nursing. It's a time-honored tradition that dates back to the 1860s. The ceremony is intended to be a personally meaningful introduction into the brotherhood and the sisterhood of educators. The expectations of a professional educator are outlined in the Florida Department of Education Code of Ethics of the Education Profession. Please listen carefully as I read this code. The educator values the worth and dignity of every person, the pursuit of truth, devotion to excellence, acquisition of knowledge, and the nurture of democratic citizenship. Essential to the achievement of these standards are the freedom to learn and to teach, and the guarantee of equal opportunity for all. Number 2, the educator's primary professional concern will always be for the student and for the development of the student's potential. The educator will therefore strive for professional growth and will seek to exercise the best professional judgment and integrity. And number 3, aware of the importance of maintaining the respect and confidence of one's colleagues, of students, of parents, and of other members of the community, the educator strives to achieve and sustain the highest degree of ethical conduct. The pin that you will be receiving today is a symbol of your commitment to the education profession and upholding these expectations within the Code of Ethics. Congratulations on your decision to become a professional educator. So each graduate has prepared a message to share with friends and family. Solomon Abernathy, a student in the elementary education program here at the School of Education, is going to read messages from each of the graduates as they receive their pins. Graduates, as your name is called, please proceed to the stage.
Jesse Bowman. First and foremost, I would like to thank the good Lord for placing me on this path in life. I would like to thank my family. They have been so supportive through this journey, and I'm so thankful for them, especially my dad. He has always pushed and supported me through my education, and I cannot thank him enough for everything he does for me. I also want to thank my stepmom. She has helped me with assignments and giving me some teaching advice that I will carry with me throughout my entire career. I want to thank my boyfriend for his support through this phase of my life. He has sat with me through multiple assignments and breakdowns. I want to thank my two amazing mentor teachers. Shanye, thank you for the friendship I now have with you and all the advice you have given me. Mrs. Cooley, thank you for taking me on last minute. I appreciate everything you have done for me. I want to give a shout out and a thank you to my Bonifay K-8 family and third grade team. Y'all have been so wonderful and welcome and helpful throughout this transition into my own classroom. Thank you to my kindergarten babies at Graceville and my current babies at Bonifay K-8. Y'all have shaped me into the teacher I am now. Thank you to the wonderful teachers at Chipola College for helping me through this program. I'm so thankful for everything y'all have done for me. Thank you to everyone who helped me through this journey. I love y'all so much, Miss Bowman. Victoria Claire. I first would like to give my praise to God. He's gotten me through many battles and strongholds these past 4 years. My next in line is my family. They have been there for me even when I did not want to continue with my education. I am forever grateful for my instructors and their patience and kindness while guiding me through this process of becoming a future educator. I also want to thank my church family for being the kindest brothers and sisters in Christ. Lastly, I would like to thank my friends. They have seen me through thick and thin, and I love you all very much. Thank you, Vicky. Madison Davis. Where to start? Well, I would first like to say thank you to my family and friends. To my dad, thank you for supporting me through this process. To my boyfriend Tanner, thank you for being my rock during the program, and especially internship. As you know, this has been the most trying but most rewarding accomplishment I have completed this far. To my friends that I have made along the way, you girls hold a special place in my heart. To my mentor teachers and third grade students, thank you all for everything. You all opened your classroom and hearts to me, and this made my internship the best experience. I will forever cherish this moment and every memory that was made. I love you guys and gals. Aurora Grantham. I first want to thank God. He has helped me grow through all the ups and downs of these last fours, and I wouldn't be where I am today without him. Secondly, I want to thank my amazing family. You have been my biggest supporter since day one, and I wouldn't be the person I am today without you. Thank you for always pushing me to be my best and for helping me grow, not just as a person, but as a future educator. I love you all so much. Lastly, I want to thank my intern teacher, Miss Trimble. I know we haven't known each other long, but you feel like family. Thank you for allowing me to be in your classroom this year and helping me grow as an educator. You told me at the beginning of the school year that God places each child in your classroom for a reason, and I feel that God knew I needed to be with an amazing teacher like you. Thank you for always pushing me to do my best and for helping me grow, not just as an educator, but as a person. I am thankful for this opportunity and will forever be grateful for the education program. Anna Jo Hall. I would first like to begin by thanking my family. My mom is my biggest inspiration as an educator, and I am so grateful to have her in my corner cheering me on. I would also like to thank my loving fiance, Jacob, for consoling me on the nights when this program seemed too overwhelming. He has been my true rock through these 2 years. A huge thank you to all the teachers and staff of Alpha Public School. You guys made my transition from an intern in a classroom to an intern with her own classroom as smooth and stress-free as possible. I truly could not have made it through the year without my wonderful first grade team, Amy and Ashley, and school admin. Thank you to my cooperating teacher, Nancy Mears, for being so flexible and willing to help me grow as an educator. Thank you to my girls, Molly, Maddie, Emily, Jalen, and Jesse for being my biggest supporters and shoulders to cry on. I am grateful to be able to live out my passion and impact future generations. Kylie Harvey. First, I would like to thank God. Without his guidance and provision over my life, none of this would have been possible. As I reflect on my journey in this program, I am overwhelmed with gratitude. Dr. McAllister, Dr. Clark, Dr. Johnson, Dr. Dogle, and the countless other staff members have poured their hearts into not only this program, but us. They work tirelessly to craft the most rigorous yet rewarding curriculum that has led us to where we are now. First-year teachers. Next, I would like to thank Mrs. Keynes and Mrs. White. They are the epitome of amazing mentor teachers. In a short period of time, you both allowed me to abandon my shy shell and jump straight into the experience. I never felt like an outsider, and I was always family, and I appreciate that more than anything. To my students, you have taught me so much this year. You will always be the classes that shaped me into the teacher I have always dreamed of. I cannot wait to see how far you go. I love you, my little onions. Lastly, I want to thank my support system, Grandma and Granddad. Thank you for being my rock and making sure I make it to where I need to be after a long night of submitting a task. Brandon, thank you for always pushing me to keep going when I felt defeated. You have been just as involved as I have throughout this process, so I owe you the world. Through all the late nights, breakdowns, crying moments, and self-doubt, I was supported. I was encouraged. I was loved on and mentored because of this support. I made it and cannot wait to pay everything I've learned forward. Emily Johnson. First and foremost, I would like to thank Jesus for calling me into the field of education. This has been the most rewarding experience, and I'm forever thankful that I am in a field I'm so passionate about. I would like to thank the School of Education and my professors for preparing me and molding me into the educator I have become. I would also like to thank my mentor teacher, Mrs. Robarge, for her guidance and support through my internship year. Getting to pour into the minds of our kindergarten babies together has been the highlight of my journey to becoming a teacher, and I cannot thank her enough for her mentorship. Finally, I would like to thank my mom, JoLynn, for being my constant and biggest supporter, along with my dad, Jason, my step-parents, Adam and Caroline, and my Nana and Papa T for their overwhelming support, encouragement, and love during this special time. I couldn't have gone this far without any of you. Thank you for helping me pave the way for me to be able to do what I love, making differences in my students' lives. Morgan McDougald. To all of my professors and those who have got me to this point as I approach graduation from the education program, I want to take a moment to express my heartfelt gratitude to each of you. The knowledge and skills I have gained under your guidance will serve me well as I step into the next chapter of my career. Thank you for your encouragement, patience, and sharing your passion for education. I am truly grateful for the opportunities I've got to learn from you and the lasting impressions you've made on my life. You have consistently demonstrated to us how a genuine connection can transform the classroom environment. Through your example, I have learned that investing in these relationships not only enhances academic success, but also nurtures personal growth and resilience. I am beyond eager to teach and love my future students as you have done for us. Molly Van. I would like to begin by thanking my incredible mom and dad for their unwavering support of me, not only throughout my time at Chipola College, but my entire life. Your love and guidance have made me who I am today. To my amazing fiance, Parker, thank you for your endless love and encouragement throughout this journey. You have kept me grounded, and I'm so lucky to have you by my side in life. To the best sister in the world, Mallory, thank you for shaping me into someone who found a passion for teaching. I love you and am inspired to be more like you every day. To my awesome brother-in-law, May, thank you for always proofreading my essays. I would also like to thank the GOAT of all mentor teachers, Megan Galloway. Thank you for everything you've instilled in me throughout this school year. Thank you for opening your classroom to me, putting your trust in me, and becoming one of my most favorite people. Finally, a huge thank you to all of my family and friends who have helped me reach this point. I wouldn't be here without your love, support, and belief in me. Caitlin Carter. First and foremost, I want to give the deepest and most sincere thank you to my family, my biggest supporters. With their faith and the grace of the Lord above, I am standing here today. It has been a road filled with every emotion, but no matter what, my family has been there. To be excited with me, to cry with me, to guide me, and to push me when I felt like giving up. One of my greatest gifts God has given me is my infallible support system. Next, I could not end my journey at Chipola without thanking the amazing staff and professors here. The knowledge, advice, care, and support I have received is priceless. To all who have joined me on this wild ride, thank you, thank you, thank you. Allison Baxley. I first want to start off and say thank you to my parents for the continued support and encouragement through my educational journey. Thank you to all my family and friends for your guidance and support. Thank you to all of my mentors for your wisdom and guidance. All of you have truly impacted my life for the better. I want to give all the glory and praise to God. He has led me down one amazing path. Finally, I want to say thank you to all of my fellow classmates. We did it. One thing I want to leave you all with is from the famous words of Dr. Taylor Swift. The scary news is you're on your own now. The cool news is you're on your own now. We have the future, our classrooms, and we will be the best for them. This journey has been amazing. Thank you for all who've made it incredible. Taylor Monroe is unable to attend, but he would like to thank his parents and family, but especially his aunt, Professor Amy Myers, for all their support. Chris Dulong. I want to thank the education program and my peers for helping me to succeed.
Let's give our graduates one more really loud, excited round of applause. Once again, congratulations on your achievement. We're excited to see the amazing things that you're about to accomplish. We know that you're just going to do so much and impact so many lives, and so we're so glad that we could be a part of that. Now go and do wonderful things. But before we leave today and conclude this ceremony, I'm going to ask Mr. Eddie Ellis, longtime educator here in Jackson County and the surrounding area, and he is our current Chipola College intern supervisor, to come forward and offer us some closing remarks. Mr. Ellis.
Good evening. If I can just take a point of privilege just for a minute to the graduates. Want to just say something about our superintendent of schools of Jackson County, something that he didn't mention. I've known Mr. Nolan for a very, very long time. And Mr. Nolan has a quality in him that all teachers need to have in them. See, I've known Mr. Nolan since his 9th grade year when he was my point guard, when I was his basketball coach. Then he became a math teacher. Then he became our assistant principal, became a head football coach, athletic director. But in all of those positions, all of those hats that he has worn, I can truly stand and tell you that Mr. Hunter Nolan has never met a student that he did not like. He will go over and beyond to make all of his students feel special. That is a quality that you don't find in every teacher. So I implore you, graduates, that you put in your heart that regardless of who walks through your door as your students, that you love them and that you make them the best that they can possibly be. Because I can tell you, my friend behind me, Mr. Nolan, he did that for many years. I witnessed it night after night and day after day. So instill that in your spirit, because you're not going to get all that you want. All the students come in there is not going to be lovey-dovey and want to hug you. And you're going to get some that you're going to have to work with. But that's teaching. That's why teaching is a calling, not a profession. Because if you're not called to do this, next year you'll be looking for something else to do. But to the graduates, today marks a significant milestone in your journey, one that reflects years of dedication, growth, and learning. As you step into the world of teaching, remember that you hold a powerful role in shaping the minds and hearts of tomorrow's leaders. You have been equipped with not only knowledge, but also the passion, empathy, and resilience needed to make a lasting difference. Teaching is a profession that goes beyond lesson plans and exams. It's about inspiring curiosity, fostering creativity, and creating a safe and supportive environment for those precious little students that come through your door each and every day. The impact that you will have on your students will ripple out into their lives and through them into the communities that they are part of. And just like Mr. Nolan said, one of the greatest feelings that you can ever have is when you're out in public, whether it's Walmart or wherever it is, and the students come up to you. And a lot of them will say, when they come up to you, as Mr. Nolan said, do you remember when this happened? And as a teacher, just nod your head and say yes. And then they will tell you, that's because you made an impact on their lives. Trust me, all students are not going to run up to you unless they like you and unless they appreciate that you have poured into their lives. As has already been said, there'll be challenges along the way, but always remember, teaching is about growth, yours and your students. So embrace the journey, keep learning, and know that your work will never go unnoticed. You are the heart of education, and the future is brighter because of your commitment to it. Congratulations on this incredible achievement, and good luck as you begin this new chapter. The world needs educators like you. And I will leave you with one of my famous stories that I like to tell all the time, and the only reason I do it this time is because Mr. Nolan would be upset at me if I didn't. One morning, there was a young man walking down the beach, and as he was walking down the beach, he looked way down the beach, and he saw what he thought was a person dancing. And the closer he got, he saw that it was an older gentleman, and he noticed that tide had come in, and there were hundreds of starfish laying on the beach. And as he got closer to this old man, the old man reached down and picked up one of the starfish, and he threw it back into the ocean. With his little smart mouth thinking he knows everything, the young man said, "What are you doing?" The old man said, "I'm saving these starfish." And he bent down, he picked up another one, and he threw it into the ocean. The young man said, "You cannot save all of these starfish that are on the shore." The old man said, as he bent down again, he picked up another one and threw it into the ocean. He said, "I know I can't save them all, but I made a difference to that one. So you go into the world and make a difference."
Thank you to all of our speakers, to our speakers that represented our graduates, to the graduates, and to all of you that came to join us both here in the auditorium, but those that were also here joining us live stream. This concludes our ceremony. We hope that you have a wonderful afternoon continuing to celebrate with your person that you are here to enjoy this time with. We're going to steal them for just a couple of minutes and take a couple of pictures, and then we will be giving them all to you for the rest of forever. No, you can always come back to us. We'll always be here for you. Thank you, guys.